admit it, I'm all independent. I irritate those awfully wicked. Wait, pause for a minute. Bryson, why you causing division? I loved your music, now you're homophobic, all for attention. They say I'm only popular because I'm controversial. But is it that your favorite rappers all with pop commercial? Y'all got Spotify to ban my songs, I guess my topics hurt you. And do y'all miss real hip-hop because this the time reversal? The baby can promote violence and drugs all on his CD, but he'll get canceled if he ever offends LGBT. I know everybody hates me, but I also know they need me. But they cancel me because I don't succumb my freedoms freely. And hip-hop wasn't always like this, bruh. Believe me. Now rappers wearing dresses and calling each other sweetie. Well, somebody gotta say it, huh? Why can't it be me? Can I say screw Dr. Fauci? Can I say screw the CDC? Hey, uh-oh, Bryson, tone it down. You know we need your voice. God of the world. Well, that's an easy choice. Who has time for some white guy to BLM face mask, playing my music, screaming everything that I say is bad? I can't bow down to the mob cause I'm too real. I can't be controlled cause I don't need a deal. They say you going way too far, you need to chill. Sorry, I don't really care about how you feel. Ay, I can't bow down to the mob cause I'm too real. I can't be controlled cause I don't need a deal.
Nowhere like I'm 10 fools, baby.
You going way too far, you need to chill. Ay, sorry, I don't really care about how you
Praise
feel.
Jesus.
I resurfaced on purpose, I'm Houdini. Now I ain't going nowhere like I'm
Can't handle the heat.
I got permanent sermons and words that can burn through a genie. I can
What's popping, y'all? I'm coming live to talk about an experience that I just had. The craziest experience ever. Bro. Kamala Harris voters are bat shit crazy. When I say bad shit crazy, I'm not playing. They're crazy. So I got invited to this Discord server. I'm gonna pull this up. While you guys are coming into the room. I don't know if I got banned or not. Let me see. No, I didn't get banned yet. Can I share this screen? They say you go on way too far. You need to chill. Who's watching? Can I get a bunch of comments in the comment section? I can't see who's watching, but I do see 6 people are here. Hold on. Let me go live on this somewhere in the middle page. Get more people in here. I don't really go live on these pages anymore unless it's a Tuesday or a, what is it? Tuesday or Friday. We don't have a Friday show anymore because I'm in the process of moving back to the States. But somebody's calling me. What in the world? Who calling me? Where is that coming from? Oh. Hold on, y'all. There's somebody calling me. I'm gonna say, yo, text. Yeah. I mean, if you want to come on here, I'll send you the link because I'm talking about the whole situation anyway. Yeah, you can. You don't have to turn your camera on. But all right, so the person who is in the Discord server with me, he's gonna come on here. What up, fam? He's gonna come on here and talk about the experience that I just freaking had, bro. This is the craziest experience I've had on the internet in a very long time. And I know I have some crazy experiences, but this was wild. Give me 1 second. I need to send him this link. So I get a message from one of my Discord buddies. He always finds debates, and he's like, yo, come in here. You'll destroy these people. Come in here. I think it'll be a good debate, right? So I go in there, and I'm listening. Surprise live. Absolutely. Let's go. So I go in there, and I'm kind of listening to what they're talking about, and all I hear is them just like absolutely losing their mind on him and anybody who they perceive to be a Trump voter. So I just ask questions, okay? This is literally what I did. I'm like, okay, do you think that the character flaws can exist in either candidate, or do you like, or like, what's the problem? No, we don't think that. Okay, so you don't think that Kamala Harris has any character flaws? No, Kamala Harris doesn't have any character flaws, and I'm just like, bro, what? No, she couldn't possibly have any character flaws and have something wrong with her. Not at all. So he sends me the thing. He's like, hey, can you come debate and drop some facts on these people? I'm like, now I was kicked out of the room for asking questions. It tells me the room. I go to the room. So I'm going to take you to the room. Now, mind you, I'm banned. Okay. They banned me for literally getting attacked. So when I go in there, I'm listening to them have this conversation and I can see that it's rooted in emotion. So I think the best approach is to say, okay, well, how can I add to this discussion rather than, oh, they locked the whole thing down to me. Now, look, it's called Black Haven. How fitting, right? The entire thing is called Black Haven. It's a bunch of non-Black people in there having conversations about nonsense. And then when someone comes in there and they provide an educated perspective and they provide a nuanced perspective, they like to attack. So I was in there talking and this guy says, hey, are you voting for Trump? And I said, no, I'm actually not voting this election. I don't like the candidates. And he said, so you're just not going to involve yourself in the political process? And I was like, no, I'm voting locally. He's like, yeah, but why aren't you voting for president? And I'm like, because I don't like the candidates. I just don't like them. Okay, well, then that means that you're not participating in the election process. And in my mind, I'm just like, how am I not participating if I'm telling you that I'm going to be voting locally? I just don't like the candidates at a federal level. And besides, we all know the people that you send from your state over to Washington, they're the ones who are supposed to be advocating for you. Tom Tillis is my representative. Okay. There are other districts within North Carolina that are my representatives, and they're going to go speak on my behalf. I thought that's how the process worked. But according to him, we don't live in a democracy. We live in a democratic republic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these words up and try to talk about what they mean. Okay. So I tried to get into the nuance of okay, well, what do you mean by this? I don't understand why you're triggered. I don't understand why you're triggered by the fact that I am not voting. You're voting for Kamala. Now, mind you, this is a room full of Kamala voters. Okay. You're voting for Kamala. You do that. But can you tell me why? No, that's a dumb question. Huh? That's a dumb question. So a Democratic Republic, hold on, let me pull this up. Kamala Harris is full of shit. So a democratic republic is a democratic republic form of government operating on principles adopted from a republic and a democracy. Okay. A cross between two similar systems, democratic republics may function on principles and principles shared by both republics and democracies. So it's a mixture of both. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I'm not participating in politics and how me saying, and this is legitimately what I'm trying to figure out, how me saying, hey, look, I'm not voting for the president, but what I am doing is putting people as a buffer in front of me who are going to advocate on my behalf in Congress, right? Because we know Congress is extremely powerful. He denied this. No, that's not true. I'm just like, okay. So then where do we go from here? Because I don't understand your gripe with me. You're upset. When I say upset, I wish I would have went live and streamed this entire thing. Swear to God, I wish I would have went live. Then, you know, what are you so upset about, right? And you know what happens? This freaking African, pretty sure she's African, Somali. This African pipes up out of nowhere and says, bitch, we don't care who you're voting for. And I'm like, he's having a whole conversation with me about who I'm voting for and why I'm not voting and telling me I'm not a part of the election process. And earlier in the discussion, he said to another black person who was in there, I can't believe you're black and you're not voting for Kamala. I can't believe you're black and you're deciding you're potentially going to be voting for Trump. And then there's this crazy bull dyker in there. I proceed to have a conversation with her, trying to understand, okay, maybe you'll be calm and talk to me. But we all know that community is bad shit crazy. I don't think we was going to get nowhere with that either. But I tried. That's okay. Well, why don't you like Trump? I don't like him because he said, grab him by the pussy. I don't like him because of the F something. Trump said there were good people on both sides. I don't like him this. I don't like him that. When I say yelling, I'm talking about full-blown yelling, y'all. I don't like that. And I'm just like sitting there like, okay, I was smiling the whole time because I was like, bro, this is a highly toxic fucking environment full of people who don't know why they're voting. They're just driven by emotion. Okay? So I let the person finish. And then here comes the African who's drunk. She looked like a red dot. But here come the African who drunk the Somali. I like Kamala Harris because I like Kamala Harris. Yelling. And I'm like, I get that you like her, but I'm just trying to figure out why. That's a dumb question. I'm just like, okay, well then what are you in here for? If you're not here to engage and you're not here to talk and debate, what are you here for? We're here to complain. So you are in a server full of people to complain about Trump and to sit around in circle jerk about Kamala Harris. So I keep engaging, y'all. I keep going, right? Back to the conversation that got me banned in the first place. This guy is going on and on and on and on and on about how I need to participate in the federal election and you need, and I'm just like, yeah, but no, I'm not interested in doing that. I'm not interested in doing that. So the red dot, aka the Somali, the drunk bitch, she pipes up again and says what I said. I don't care who you vote for. I said, I'm not talking to you. Well, I'm talking to you. I said, that's great, but I'm not speaking to you. And I really don't know why you're engaging with me because you don't know why you're voting to begin with. And on top of that, you're not even an American. So who gives a flying fuck what you think about the election process and who gives a flying fuck what you think about the candidates? Let me talk to some Americans, right? And then she just keep yelling. Ah! That's why I put the crazy bitch on a default picture. You know, the one, hold on, let me pull that video up. The crazy white bitch that was screaming at the top of her lungs when Trump won. Oh my God. Ooh, I put Trump. I didn't put woman. The white woman who's yelling at the sky. No! No. Oh, there she is. This is what was going on in that room, bro. Oh, look at this shit, bro. This is not what we want. That's what it was like being in that goddamn server. Why would you invite me in there? You know them people ain't got no damn sense. And you gonna invite me in there to talk to these stupid bastards? I wish y'all could see the chat. They done banned me from the chat. I can't read the chat no more. I can't do nothing. Kamala Harris voters are bat shit crazy. I thought Trump supporters were bad. Look, Trump supporters, y'all got cult-like tendencies. For sure. And you got the regular people like me over here that's like, you know what, Trump 2024, but I don't know about that nigga, bro. He got some, I don't know. We gonna have to fill it out and see. I know I voted for him twice. I voted for him 2016. I voted for him 2020. But this election is looking a little shaky. I don't know if I could vote for you, right? And then you got the Kamala Harris voters that act like this woman. If you even look like you might be voting for Trump, you better not dare say that you're voting for you're not voting for Kamala. This is what you're gonna get. This is what you're gonna get. No! No! Bro. Listen, y'all. I got PTSD. Okay? I got PTSD. I went into a liberal server and I'm coming out different. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but it's something wrong with them. And because there's something wrong with these people, I'm going to need you people to go out and vote. Please cancel out these crazy motherfuckers and their votes because they don't know which way is up at this point. You know what they do know is Kamala Harris is great. And it doesn't matter that she sucked her way to get there. It doesn't matter that the border has been wide open, spilling over 13 million immigrants that we have lost track of. Okay. It doesn't matter that the media is attempting to erase her entire record. It don't matter. It don't matter that Joe Biden and his son got caught doing weird stuff in Ukraine, Burisma. It doesn't matter that these crazy people keep comparing Trump to being Hitler, Stalin, or Mussolini adjacent. What matters is Trump grabbed him by the vagina. That's it. This is what they told me. I don't want a candidate that says they can grab a woman by the, you know what? And they got mad at me because I was like, yeah, this is another part. I didn't even tell y'all this. Earlier in the discussion, when we're just sitting there chopping it up, talking, okay, ain't nothing wrong. Everybody good. I said, well, who cares if Trump said he was going to grab them by their vagina? No, he said pussy. And I'm like, I know, but I don't like that word. Yeah, but if you're going to quote him, you need to quote him right. And I'm like, is a vagina and a P word the same thing? No, they're not the same. So what did he grab if he didn't grab their vagina? He grabbed their P words. And I'm like, this server's not real. This is not freaking real. Y'all aren't real. You are NPCs, a part of life, just coasting. If you want to argue with someone over the use of a word, it is not a vagina, Sunni. It is a P word. And that is what Trump said. And you need to quote what he said exactly verbatim. But you don't want to talk about your candidate sucking dick to get to the presidency. I don't care who she sleeps with. I don't care what she did to get there. I don't care about it. I don't care about the black men that she locked up. The fake pro-black people was in there. Right? The dyke. I don't care about none of that. But I care that you don't want to say the P word. And I care that you're not going to vote. I'm just like, okay, so we don't care nothing about what the person's record is. We don't care about the policy. We care about how they make us feel. I wanted to come live today to share with you my PTSD experience. I don't know where this dude is. This is why you don't invite black folks to do shit. I done gave you this invite over 20-something minutes ago at this point. Do y'all I wanted to share with you my PTSD and the hate that I just experienced being in a Kamala Harris server. I feel wounded. I feel like my voice was not heard. It did not feel like a safe space. This place is called the Black Haven. Matter of fact, if you're petty and you're bored and you go on Discord, missing permissions, it doesn't matter. If you're bored and you need some shit to do, I'm going to drop the link for you in the comment section below. Go in there and listen to the schizophrenic conversations that they're having. This server is full of retards, and these retards go vote. Okay? This is something you need to absolutely be afraid of. And this is why, everybody says every 2 to 4 years, this election is the most important election of your lifetime. I think the last 3 elections have been the most important elections of our lifetime because the landscape in politics has completely shifted. The landscape of America has completely shifted. We're being ran by maniacal individuals that want to retain power and control, and they're not interested in actually putting forth an America First agenda. I'm going to stay consistent to that. America First. Politicians can come together real quick and say, let's get a package out to Israel. Let's get a package out to Ukraine. Let's give them trillions, if not billions of dollars. Let's help them out with their military. But we have homeless veterans. We have homeless people with a bunch of mental illnesses on the street. We have our children being snatched up and harmed in disgusting ways. We have women being snatched up and harmed in disgusting ways. We have a border that's not being dealt with. We have so many things happening in this country, and ain't nobody trying to do nothing about it. Except the big bad wolf, Orange Man Bad. Can't deny this fact. I don't know who's here, but hello? What's up? How you doing?
What's good? So, yo, that's crazy.
I was just telling them about the PTSD that I experienced. You invited me to this godforsaken server.
yo, my bad. I just came on this with that was bad. My bad. I had to change that real quick.
You're good.
My apologies. I did not know things were gonna get that bad. But to say that the right has this echo chamber and this like fake ideology belief that we want to get rid of the left is insane. When we was just in that server and we was in that little channel where they literally hate anybody that's arguing against the right to the point where they will mute them, silence them, and cancel them and kick them just because you ask them, why do you believe what you believe?
Yeah. It's literally what happened. I just asked why.
I was baffled at the behavior of black people. Well, I guess one of the women, she's actually from the Middle East. I don't even know if she's really black. She's not even in America. And she tried to tell you that you couldn't vote the way you wanted to vote because if you don't vote on the federal level, then you're not actually making a change or doing anything positive at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you like to give your thoughts on that?
I think it's crazy. I was telling my audience, basic questions were triggering them. Basic common sense triggered them. This dude couldn't grasp how I was voting for representatives to represent me at the federal level. He was like, well, that's the federal election. I'm like, it's actually not. The federal election, which is the general, if we're going to, I'm not going to be, it's not being pedantic, but I cannot vote for a representative outside of my state. So if I take up residence in Nevada, I have to vote for the candidates that Nevada puts forth. Period.
Correct.
Now, Trump and Kamala Harris are on every single ballot. But why? Because it's a national election for a federal level position. But I have to vote locally. I can still vote locally, vote for Senator Tom Tillis to go represent me at the U.S. level and still be participating in the election process. But these people could not fathom anything I was saying. It was like talking to children. This white man was so triggered by the fact that I was black and talking the way I was. It was funny as shit. Everything I said, he had a problem with and couldn't tell me why. And when I proceeded to ask why to understand, that's a stupid question. Tell me you can't explain something without telling me you can't explain something.
So, you know what I think? I truly think that they're so shocked to have a black female that lives in America articulate themselves to such a high degree and have some level of temperance and discernment in said conversation to say to themselves, hey, you believe this, right? Well, tell me why you believe this and I'll give you the floor. It makes them lose their mind that you're able to do such a thing. To the point where they start telling you what your position should be. And if you don't argue the position that they tell you yours should be, then you're this fascist, you're this hater, you're this dictator that believes in Trump and that you're for Trump simply because you chose to not be for anyone.
Yo, this is funny. I'm trying to stop swearing. I'm not about to do a whole long, situation. Like I'm not going. This was a random pop-up live because of what I just experienced. I was attacked by a mob of Kamala Harris voters for asking questions. Instead of assuming their position, I'm like, okay, why do you want to vote for her? That's a dumb question. Okay. Are you voting? No, I'm not. So you're not voting for Kamala Harris or Trump? No, I'm not. So you're not voting in the presidential election? No, I'm not. When I tell you I was asked that question 6 different ways, by the time I was asked again, it was over. I started snapping. Stop asking me that dumbass question. I answered it already, sir. I ain't voting in the presidential election. Well, then you're not participating. I've never heard of someone I've never heard of someone say they're going to vote locally, but not for the presidency. Do you know how many people vote locally and don't ever touch the general election?
Correct.
They don't give a fuck about who the president is. They're like, okay, let me touch what I can, which is city council, U.S. representatives, attorney general, treasury. They gonna vote for that. But you're shaming people for actually participating in the process because they're not participating how you deem fit. And this seems to be a reoccurring thing with white men and women that fall on the left.
Correct.
Of the political realm. It's odd. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist on the right because it does. Because the second you say you're not voting for Trump, they'd be like, well, the Republicans freed the slaves, right? And I just be like, dog, if you don't, can you come with something better? Because you telling me about the Republicans freeing the slave, that don't mean nothing to me. I'm not no slave. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. I don't know what you want me to say out of that. But it exists on both sides. What's up, Liddell? I had a PTSD. I can't ever go back in that server. If I go back in that server,
they banned you from that chat, and I tried to advocate to bring you back. I pushed hard, and it was like if my co-owner, co-founder, I was like, what? What do you? You control a room? What do you mean? You control a chat room? Like, what are you talking about? My co-owner, I was just like, it's a chat room. and you just said out your own mouth, it's Biden versus Trump or Harris versus Trump, whatever you want to call it, and you said out your own mouth that it's a debate. Then she says, I don't debate.
Then don't debate.
So-
Don't challenge permanently to a debate either.
So throw all ethics out the window, throw all of the, I guess, the way that you're supposed to actually behave in said conversations, throw all of it out the window, because you're saying you don't debate, but you just said it's a debate. Please make that make sense.
Watch this. I'm about to type the person who banned me. This is the dyke that banned me. I've talked to this person several times now. We've had a few interactions. And every time I talk to them, there's no way you're pretending to be a man but screaming at the top of your lungs, I don't like Trump because he said grab him by the pussy. And I'm just like, man, why are you yelling at me?
And I told them, I actually told them, I met you through this person. We're all familiar faces. We've had conversation before. They've told me you were pretty chill. And then I invited you to my server after they said you're pretty chill. So the reason why I'm actually here is because y'all said that y'all voting for Harris. Okay? Please tell me why. Enlighten me, inform me. I'll listen. And they simply were saying that the reason why is because Trump is fascist. He's a fascist. And I said, okay, if you believe Trump is a fascist, please provide me the evidence of this being true. And they simply couldn't do it. This is coming from, right? This is coming from a person that don't really care about either side. I think they both corrupt. I think they both bad.
Yeah.
And I've never once said I'm advocating go Trump, go Biden, go Harris. I never once said none of that to anybody ever.
Crazy, man. On X, there's a video of Kamala in 2016 running for the Senate seat as an Indian American first, in her own words. You got to send me that. Autism operator, I need that video. They got offended with that too. The white man did. I said, don't you ever call her a black woman in my presence. That ain't no black woman. She ain't the first black nothing. And then he said, oh, he started laughing, right? Look, it's crazy that these people will set up these spaces and call it the Black Haven. And then when a black person comes in there, you attack that black person for not thinking like you do. Like, this shit is funny. This is live, LL Lewis.
Hilarious.
This is freaking hilarious.
And I knew
this is alive.
I knew when you came in there, I was like, we're finally going to get some etiquette. We're finally going to get some, some good decorum going around where everybody can have their say so. Because I know you was going to set the record straight. But I'm just like, they're so biased. They are so biased. It's like if you even say anything against what they believe, they want to light you on fire.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy, y'all. The oh so tolerant left is not so tolerant. They banned a black woman for expressing her mind. And you know what's crazy? Before I go, this is what's crazy about this whole thing. A comment was made towards Deal about, a white man pretty much expressing his disappointment or why this black man is choosing to utilize his own mental faculties to decide who he's going to vote for, right? And the woman who kicked me, she who kicked me, corrected the white man and said, hey, don't do that. He can choose to vote for whoever he wants to vote for. You're not going to try to use his blackness against him and say, you ought to be ashamed. You're not voting for the person that I've designated you to vote for. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You stood up for Deal, but you allowed all those people in there to disrespect me. call me out my name, okay? He didn't even get to finish his question about me being black. He automatically assumed I was racist, y'all. Automatically assumed I was racist. And not one time did the she stand up and say a motherfucking thing. But you want to go off on a tangent about somebody talking about grab him by the pussy. These are Democrat voters. And I talk about Republican voters too. So don't get sensitive, guys. For all the Democrats who watch me. I call out both sides. But when you got a bull dyker that is loud and proud about absolutely nothing, trying to act as the arbiter of truth, we are in a very scary place in the United States of America. And I know this is one small smidgen of this server, right?
Yeah.
Small. But these people exist on a massive level. They do this in Discord because they got power there. They feel somewhat, strong. But in real life, bitch, you got a coochie like I do. What you talking about? You wake up, shit, eat, piss. Maybe you have children. I don't know. You wake up and do the same thing I do. I'm just bold enough to be loud and proud with it in front of thousands of people that watch us on YouTube. I'm not afraid to say what it is. Y'all are crazy. I wish I could get back into this server, bro. Josh is in there. Black Josh. I told him to go in there and I said, listen, it's some black Democrats in there acting crazy. Go up in there and check it out. I said, join the Black Haven and listen to this mental illness, because that's exactly what it is. It's mental illness. I like doing these lives. You got banned.
I got banned from the room because I told them that you wanted to have a genuine conversation, because that's how I met NTB. And she said, well, since my co-owner or whatever the hell she called her, she said, because of that, I'm not going to go against her. So if she, like, I guess, banned you or didn't want to hear you, because this is what I was told, that you come in there talking like you're some type of teacher and like as if you're their mother, telling the child to behave or like how to act or something. And I was like, when did she do that?
Didn't.
Please inform me, when did she do that? Because I was here the entire conversation and not once did she do that. She simply asked questions that y'all want to keep deflecting.
And then you got banned after that.
and then she was like, she was trying to signal to her. She was trying to signal to NTB, like, to get me out of there.
Wow.
But then NTB kept giving like but if you go against, I think her name is Kawaii, if you go against her, then basically you out of here. Like, we're not fair. We don't care. We don't care about being fair.
Wow.
We don't care about what's right or what's wrong. We are definitely 100% a dictatorship. That's what she said. We 100% tyrants. She said, I identify with the tyrants.
But you don't like Trump. You see what I mean? These people are dumb. They just finished talking about a dictatorship, but then you talk about running a dictatorship. Then you're not against a dictatorship. What the fuck?
Hey, man, the hypocrisy is crazy.
Oh, that was another thing. Before I go, they brought up Trump being a dictator, and I said, okay, I respect that. You think Trump's a dictator. I said, has anybody seen BLM's statement on Kamala Harris receiving a nomination? No, we haven't. I said, okay. I said, they referred to this process. I said, they referred to the Democrat Party, the DNC, circumventing the political process. They referred to it as a dictatorship. And then, of course, the white man, that's not true. That is not what happened. I'm like, first of all, I didn't say this. I'm referencing you, what someone else said, and I would like to hear your retort on that. Well, that's just stupid. Do you think BLM speaks for all black people? Bro, and I'm sitting here looking around the room like, nigga, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Because I could have swore I was black and thinking different, and you all are in here pissed off that I think different. So what? Clearly, I don't think everyone subscribes to BLM, but BLM did control the black voice for a long time. for
Correct.
3.5 years, to be truthful, for an entire summer and then some. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, you're telling me that black people weren't listening to what BLM had to say? Are you kidding me? So that question never got answered, y'all. But I damn sure got attacked for it. All I did in that room was ask questions, and I got attacked. I have PTSD. Kamala Harris voters are batshit crazy, whether they are in the country or out of the country. This Somali red dot looking bitch. Yeah. You're a weirdo and you sounded drunk. That's why she got mad. I said, you sound drunk out of your mind.
She told me why. She said that she didn't like the comment of like, oh, you sound drunk. She said that's the reason why she banned you.
You do. You do. You sound drunk because none of your statements were coherent. You literally disrupted a conversation to tell me that nobody cares when he's expressing how much he cares and I'm not voting for a president.
It's crazy.
But that's my time, y'all. Thanks for coming on, Deal. I'll probably hop in one of these servers and pop around.
Soon I catch you.
Thank you, man. That is my story of PTSD, y'all. It was rough being in there, trying to maintain some sort of control and decorum because, listen, the hood wants to come out sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, man, I'm sick of being diplomatic and I'm just going to let you know how I feel. You, first of all, who you talking to? You feel me? What you ain't going to do, that's what I felt like doing. But I didn't do that. I just said, why can't you guys just have a conversation with me? This is like childish as heck, bro. I'm just asking questions and you're upset at me for asking questions. You don't control what I'm trying. I'm not trying to control nothing. I'm simply asking why you're so hostile. And if you weren't drunk, what's the problem? You sound a little bit drunk. You should be grateful that somebody's telling you that. Maybe you should. What's up? I'm sorry, y'all. Go get it. We'll see. It's summer break. The kids are home. I just wanted to get on here and share my story of PTSD. Share this with somebody. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you drop a comment below. Have you ever experienced the same type of visceral response from Kamala Harris voters? Have you, the oh so tolerant left, have you ever been attacked? Do you suffer from the same PTSD that I suffer from? Because if so, we here. Let's fist bump it out. We here. It's hard out here. But I'm with you. We in this together. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We're going to have a somewhere in the middle episode where it's all things politics. Everything happening right now is always correlated to elections. Whether you're watching TV, whether you go outside and just walk around, everyone is engulfed in this entire political process that we are seeing. I'm not so confident that Donald Trump is going to win. I'll get into why tomorrow. But thank you guys for showing up to this pop-up live. I hope you enjoyed some of the commentary. I hope I was able to make someone laugh. And I hope you're having a good evening. I may hop on Instagram just for a little bit. If not, then I'll catch you guys tomorrow. So when you're done getting high, when the party's over.